Guys, welcome to my channel Beauty Basics by Lidhu. I'm Lidhu and I'm a lover of makeup and all things beauty. So this channel is going to be all about product reviews, product recommendations and also sometimes makeup tutorials. So if that's the kind of makeup content you want to see on your timeline, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. Okay, so let's hop on to today's video, which is going to be a tutorial on a wedding guest makeup. A very simple tutorial, a quick, fast one. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in a bit closer. This is actually my headband that I use for my skincare routine. But right now I don't have anything else, so I'm just going to use it now. This is the best one that keeps all my little frail hairs away from my face. So yeah, so let's get on with it. So the first thing to achieve a flawless base makeup is to prep your skin. So make sure you have a proper skincare routine in place where you start with a cleanser, then you can use a toner after that, followed by a moisturizer, and at the end, sunscreen if you're going for a day event. But if you're going for a night event, then maybe you can use some oil, facial oil, which will make it like a dewy makeup routine. Once you finish prepping your skin, then you can start with your makeup routine. The primer that I'm going to be using today is the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. This I've been loving, and especially this one, I use it with my Huda Beauty Filt'r Stick Foundation because this is such a great combination. And since I have dry skin, it really goes well together. Just a few pumps of this here. I actually pack on this because I like a very dewy finish. Then I'm just going to just apply it. So I've applied the primer, let it set. Now I'm going to do my brows. And to do my brows, I'm using the brow products from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is actually the brow pen and this is the brow gel. So this specific brow pen comes with a spoolie and then on the other side you have the brow pen. So that's very convenient. So I'm just going to comb my brows, and as you can see, my brows are like caterpillars because, you know, with COVID and all that jazz, I've not been able to go out and get my brows done. Anyways, we make do with whatever we have. So what I will do here is I will first line it so I know I have a structure here, and then I will just start filling it in because that is so much easier when you do it that way so that you don't go overboard. So this is my brows done, and after I've drawn the brows, I'm just going to again like swipe it up with my spoolie. Once that is done, I'm going to set it with an eyebrow gel. This is the transparent eyebrow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is actually the mini version, and minis are always the best way to try out products. It's just like a spoolie and you just follow the shape of your brows, and I comb it a bit upwards so that it looks fluffy. So after I'm done with the brow gel, I'm just going to apply some concealer on the top and also on the bottom so that they're really carved out. I've just gone and carved out one of my brows, and you can see the difference between the two, right? This really stands out and it looks like well shaped. So how I'm doing it is I'm just using a concealer and then also a flat brush, something like this. You can also use a dome shaped brush, but make sure it's flat like this so it's easier to apply. So this is how it looks like after I've carved out my brows. It looks much more neater. Before I had like all these little hairs which were not taken out. So when I put the concealer, it looks much better. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the same concealer to cover up my acne scars, my dark circles, as well as prime my eyelids. Today what I'm using is actually the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer in the shade 20G. It's called Toasted Almond. It's a perfect shade for me. So if you're around my skin tone, then this is really good for you. So just apply a little bit on top of the eyelid. And don't worry about what's all around here. You can always blend it out. And then I'm going to apply a little bit over here for my scars. A little product of this goes a long way. I'm going to put a little bit here because it just makes my foundation look better around here. If your hyperpigmentation is quite strong and intense, then it's better you use a color corrector. I could use a color corrector, it's just that I can still make do with a concealer, so it's fine. Now I'm going to set the concealed areas with some setting powder, and the one I'm using is from Fenty Beauty. It's called the Pro Filt'r Mini Instant Retouch Setting Powder in Banana. Let's get on to our foundation. So as you can see, all my complexion products are from Huda Beauty because literally that's like the only brand that I've tried so far. But in the future, I am going to try more brands and then get my reviews out there. So this is the Huda Beauty 4 Filter Stick Foundation. I've done already a foundation review on this and I'll link it just here so that you can go and check it out. This foundation is a super creamy foundation and it's really nice for a natural finish. It's not very full coverage and it's weightless, so I really like using it. I'm in the shade 350G and it's called Dulce de Leche. I just apply only a little bit. I'm just going to go and stipple the product. Make sure to drag it to your neck. Okay. So do you get why I love this foundation so much? It's because it gives a very natural finish and also a very dewy finish. After I've applied my foundation, I like to use a wet sponge. And then I'm just going to dab it inside and dab the product inside. This way it looks like it has blended into your skin, and then it also looks very natural and not too cakey. I'm loving the base so much, and that's because of the skin prep as well as the primer and the foundation. So now I'm going to do my eyes. And for that, I'm going to be using the Sigma Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette. It's a beautiful everyday palette that can be used for any kind of warm tone looks. And as you can see here, their color story is something like this, where you have your fair share of berry tones and then also your fair share of brown tones. So you can create various looks, you can really mix and match as well. And today what I'm going to do is a very berry tone look. So what I like to first do is apply my crease shade, which is going to be this. It's called Passion Fruit. This brush is a Sigma brush. It's called a E54 medium sweeper, which is this side. And then this side is called E38 diffused crease. So this is actually what I'm going to use first. This already comes with the eyeshadow palette. So just going to go with the crease shade first and just outline my eye first. I don't really like to bring up my eyeshadow very close to my brows. So that's why I like to outline my eye first with some shadow. And then I proceed to go in with my shimmer and then darkening shade as well. It's a really gorgeous pink color. It actually matches, it almost matches my top. So what I'm going to be using for the deepening shade is this color and a little bit of this color as well. I've grown to like to use small brushes when it comes to eye makeup because it's more precise and accurate. I'm using this to put darker shade first. So just going to go like that, just like a liner. And then you go on top like that. Very, very gently, not too intense. And then after that, obviously, we're going to try and blend it out from here. And then I'm going to go in with this shade just to nicely do a transition. One thing I really like about Sigma palettes is that it's so easy to blend. So if you're a beginner, I think these palettes are really good for you because It's really easy to blend. It's a no fuss kind of palette. So you can see here I've just outlined it, right? So I want to put a little bit more of intensity here so that it looks like a nice transition between the pink and then the burgundy shade. Can you see that blend? It's so pretty. So now we're going to go for the finale, which is going to be the shimmer shade. And actually this palette comes with these two shimmers, and I think I'm going to actually go with these two. So I'm going to use this first and then this one really for the inner part of my eye. And I'm just going to be using my fingers because the best way to get shimmers on your eyes, on your lids, is to use your fingers. So it's just a very subtle shimmer. So it's not picking up so well with my fingers, so I'm just going to spray this side of the brush with some setting spray. So on my mirror here, I can really see it, but it's not really picking up on the camera so much, this particular shade. But even in the mirror, it looks very subtle. So I'm done with my eye makeup, and I'm really loving it. So you can see the blend here. I'm going to go ahead with my Huda Beauty concealer again. A bit there, a bit here, and then a bit there. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and set my eyelids. So for that, I like to use my beauty blender. My beauty sponge actually, sorry, it's not beauty blender. We're done powdering, and now I'm going to go in with my bronzer. If you want a more defined structure, then you can contour, but I'm not really going for that. So I'm just going to use a bronzer, which is from Fenty Beauty in the shade Caramel Cutie. It's so easy to blend and it's pigmented. So you can see already I'm bringing the warmth back to my face. So just going to do my neck here as well, just to define my jawline, because I don't really have a very defined jawline. So if I contour here, it's really nice for me. It makes it look more defined, and I'm just going to drag it up my nose as well so that it's a bit more defined and skinny. We're trying. Okay, so I'm very happy with this. Now I'm going to go and apply the blush, which is actually from Nudestix. Again, this is another mini that I'm trying. It's in the shade Sunkissed. Nudestix is super creamy and nice. I actually tried their highlighter and really liked it. So I thought, you know, why not today I use the cream blush because it came in a set. I like to also drag it to my chin and a bit on my nose. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our eyeshadow palette, and then I'm just going to take the same shimmers, you know, the light one first. Then I'm going to go in with the second shimmer shade, which was slightly darker. So although it doesn't show on camera so much, it really shows well on my mirror here. And next, I'm just going to use the matte shade, which was the matte pink shade, a little bit. So you can see the order I applied, right? So that's what I'm following. And then at last, the darkest burgundy shade. Now I'm going to just quickly line my eyes as well. And then I like to come into my inner corner a bit. So not too much, just drag it out a little bit. This is the eyeliner from One Size. It has a very precise tip. So now I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm using the lash curler from Catrice Cosmetics. Just going to take my lashes and then pump about 10 times. And I'm done. And then over here as well. Then I'm going to go in with my mascara, which is from Too Faced. So this mascara is really nice because it really gives me voluminous lashes. After this, you can go ahead and apply lashes, but right now I don't have any lashes, so I'm not going to apply any. The liner I'm going to use is this color, to just line my waterline. You can use a white liner as well if you want to open up your eyes. So this is actually the one I'm using from Colourpop. So what I'm going to do now is apply the highlighter, which is also from Nudestix. It's in the shade Hey Honey. I really like it because it's very easy to blend out and it looks very skin-like. So that's what I really like about the Nudestix sticks. It's so creamy as well and it's so easy to blend. And what I'm going to be using is a lipstick from Proper Beauty. It's in the shade Focused. So I like to go for a very brown kind of lipstick. So I'm just going to apply this lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's in the shade Hudson. I'm going to go in with some lip gloss from Fenty Beauty. Okay, I'm really digging this look. The final step is going to be the setting spray, which is going to be from MAC Cosmetics. I'm using the Fix Plus, which is quite famous and also a cult favorite. Yeah, so this is my face done. And all the products that I just mentioned to you are really good quality products. So if you want to go ahead and try them, then I'm going to just leave them in the description box. It is a bit pricey, but it's really worth it. So I just want to quickly drop in and give like a mini review of this palette. If you're looking for a very simple everyday kind of palette, then this is really nice because you have a mix of berry tones as well as some brown tones here, which you can mix it up for like every day. It's super high quality, blendable, pigmented, and you see the colors are very subtle. So if you're really someone who likes very subtle colors, you don't want it to pop so much, then this palette is really perfect for you. So this is a very simple makeup to attend weddings and any day events. Even for night events, it would really go well, especially when you're wearing like berry toned colors. You can change up the shades depending on what kind of what color outfits you're wearing. It's not very complicated look. Everybody can do it. It's very simple. So yeah, so if you like this look, then go ahead and leave your comments in the description box, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.